Hi guys, it's Mal, and first day on the new permission, extension of the Vicarage Farm permission which I've got, and really looking forward to this. History of this this farm goes right back to the Domesday Book. It's actually mentioned in there, and also the Saxon names of all the villages around here. Shows huge lots of potential. It's just the amount of land. They've got 400 acres here, and just basically you can see into the distance there, up to those trees covering over there and then round to the side. I've just got this huge great field to go at, and it's about another 16 the same size really. Looks a bit daunting at first, but I think there'll be hot spots amongst here, which we will find. Unfortunately it's all stubble at the moment, and you know how I don't like really stubble bashing, but you can't really turn it down. It's just going to be discs in, then a quick harrow and seeded. They don't plough on this farm, which is a shame, but we never know. There's just a pheasant flying across there. So it's all over to the right here in the woods. I've got all that area as well. There's an old manor house in there, which we're going to have a mooch around later on and just show you what's in there. There's a moat supposed to be around it as well, so looking forward to that. So we're out scouting with the Deus, and hopefully it'll be a good prospect, this farm, for right through all the winter period. And also you can see the trackway going down here. That actually goes up to Worcester. It's an old Saxon track, but it's actually on all the old maps. I remember at Holloway Farm, it's actually an extension of that Holloway. All Peter the farmer has done is just laid a solid track over the top of it, but it was quite a big hollow at one point going through there. Like I said, it goes all the way up in the northwest direction up to Worcester. So let's get the Deus fired up and get out on this new permission. I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully it'll show in the finds that we get over the winter period. So catch up with you guys later on. Haha, a few feet and the first find's a Saxon ring pull. Typical that, all that expectation, and we're going to pull one of these out in the first find. Oh well, keep that one for prosperity. Oh well, second signal, just a couple of inches down, looks like we got our first coin. It's very light. It has been eaten away quite a bit. I think that possibly could be a jetton, looking at the shape of it and how light it is. That's not bad going. Second signal, 1 minute into the hunt for the ring pull. Now we got this. Things are looking promising. Well guys, I've managed to get into the old moat, and you can see how deep it is. Look down there. That must be about 10-12 foot easily below where I'm standing at the moment, and it keeps going further down and further down. But all we've had so far is shotgun cartridges. Hundreds and hundreds of them in here. It's a interesting place though, because you see the moat just carries on down that way, and it swings round the other side. It's very difficult to actually see, you know, the full extent of it, but certainly a lot of history in here. The Peter's just cleared all this out, ready for the shoots it's going to start. That's why there's so many shotgun cartridge cases. I have a lot of pheasant shoots on here, and so I thought I'd just pop in, have a quick mooch about just to see what was in here. But all we've had is shotgun cartridge cases, so I think we'll just head off down that path there and get back into the main field. Well guys, back out in the main field again. We've had a few bits and pieces, a couple of capacitors off some machinery and things, and this is a nice loud sounding tone now. It comes from about 8-9 inches down, so let's see what we got. I've had I expect it to be another shotgun cartridge, but you never know. As you can see, I've not got my gloves today. I've forgot them. Going against everything I preach about detecting with gloves. Oh, can you see what I can see? Let's get closer. I've got a sneaky feeling this could be a hammy. It is a beauty! Hammy live on camera. Looks like a groat. Let's First one of the day. I knew there'd be things like this here. Just peel the stuff off here. Let's see what we got. That way around. Lovely groped. Not too bashed. It's quite well clipped at the bottom there. And it's an Elizabeth by the looks of things. I'll not take any more off it. Woo! Silver, silver, live on camera. Brilliant. You're not going to get a hammy dance because my my knee's killing at the moment. So first silver on the new farm. Absolutely great. That was quite a way down as well. It was a nice signal, and I thought it was another shotgun cartridge. Sure, so if you don't dig everything, you never know what you'll find. So first one to the dais on the new farm. Well guys, going to go for another live one. Just got 6 inches down just at the side of the hole here. There's a lovely signal. Let's just get around the back of it. So there's totally different digging in this soil here compared to other fields that I'm used to. This one's very clayey type of soil. See if we've moved him. Oh, still there. Oh dear, I think we've got an iron ring or something down here. No, it's another rifle case. Probably a .223 for foxes and things. What it looks like. Oh well, on to the next one. Oh guys, I got this one just lying in the spoil there. I thought it was just another bottle top or a button, but it's actually a silver coin. I think it's been a love token at one point. There's a slight bend in it, but you never tell with some of these other love tokens or whether they've just been bent with a plough. But I think this one definitely is an old love token by the looks of things. But well done. Can't really make anything out on that. It's that smooth both sides. It don't even matter if I rub it or not, because there's nothing on it. I'll probably go for a William III, somewhere around there. Shilling, something like that, but I'll have a good close look when I get home. But second silver of the day, woohoo! From my mate Dave at Relic Hunting Scotland. There you go, mate. Another silver from down south. Well guys, just stopped for a drink of water. Been going just over 3 hours now. Loads of rubbish, shotgun cartridge cases, 3 big horseshoes. Peter's just come down with his son, he's taking them off. His son's over the moon with those horseshoes. It's just been searching, like I said, over in the woods there where the old moat was, but just so full of shotgun cartridges there. Spent an hour in there, but that's all I ever found. What is interesting is that I've just been speaking to one of the farm hands, and I don't know if you can see it, there's like a ridge line in front of me here. He says don't go down below that ridge line. He says this is all drained in the 50s and it was all marsh. And you can see the hollow just in front of me here, and you see where the JCB is. I had a wander down there, they're just putting some more field drains just to drain it all off. And so I've come up just above this ridge line. As I said, I've got the Elizabeth over there about 50-60 yards away. Come over here and got that other silver. It's going to be a lot of work to be done in this field. Like I said, this field alone is 32 acres. I thought it wasn't that big, but it is. Excuse me. So it's going to take a bit of time to cover this field. As I said, I've got all the fields up the top there, everything in the distance there, over that hill, all this woodland here. There's a big pond in there as well. So it's going to take a bit of time to suss out this site, but it's signals wise, lots of junk, so I expect that. It's never been detected at all, so we'll keep going. Got about an hour and a half left and go and got a bit, pick our ladyship up. So I might not be getting much today, but we're finding out quite a bit about this field in particular. Like I said, the soil down below this ridge line is all heavy clay, and you dig down 6 inches and it's just solid alluvial clay. But as soon as you come up here, it's a lot lighter. So I think we'll be concentrating up in this top end where the lighter soil conditions are, because that's probably where people stayed more than in the marshy area. So we'll carry on and might see anything else we get out. Well guys, just skirted round the edge of this mound and I've got the Lizzie hammy and the other silver coin the other side of there, but come on this side, absolutely no signals. Which seems strange because we've come down to the main source of water, which is a natural spring that comes out of the ground here. You can see all the like watercress and that growing in it, and the chickweed. And it's quite fresh water. I wouldn't like to drink it though. And it just runs off there, past that rotten old tree, runs away down. Now this is above the marshy line, which you can see just over there in the distance. Well, it was hopefully there might be a bit of roaming here, but it's been a natural source of water. With the history of the place, you never know. So now I'm just going to head up here over this waste ground and swing back round to where the car is on top of the hill there where the farm is, and hopefully we can pick a few bits up on the way home. So I'll catch up with you guys at the review if we don't find any other bits and pieces, but it's an interesting little afternoon of the scouting hunt on the new farm. Well guys, I've just found this first bit of pot. Looks like it's off a handle off a jug. Let's see that sort of shape there, the handle coming off there. It's always positive when you find, definitely looks like Roman greyware. Looks like it's been off a piece of a jug. So my hunch was right, I thought there would be something down near this spring, so we found the pottery, so let's see if we can find the coins. Well guys, my hunch was right. As soon as I started finding the Roman greyware just lying around in this soil here, got my first little Roman. Only about 3-4 inches down, but as usual, my little hunches about various areas on the site. I got my compass out when I first got here, and this slope faces due south. That's the sort of thing that the Romans tend to look for. So we'll get this one marked up on the little map that I've got, and then I'll certainly come back here in the next trips. Well, we just got our first little piece of interesting shaped bronze. Definitely definitely old bronze. You can see how it's shaped there into like a teardrop. It's just been broken there, so whatever it was attached to. And it's another promising sign. Well guys, last half hour has been very quiet. There's no sound of the iron buzz in the background, so there's not much showing on occupation. I've just got this nice belter of a signal. Let's see what we got in there. I can see what it is already. Big button. Big belter of a button there. Probably off somebody caught, because I'm right on top of the mound at the moment and it's actually blowing a gale. So, big button. Well guys, last signal of the day, and it looks like we got our coin. The first reasonably modern coin we've got, so the halfpenny, and can't really see who it is. What was it we got? The late Victoria 1860s one. Oh, that's bringing our little scouting hunt, first time on the farm. So I'll hand you over now to yours truly on a little review of our little conclusions from today. Hi guys, welcome to the review, and an interesting little day we've had. First scouting out on Vicarage Farm. We went up onto the ridge for the first field to try today, and interesting to find out what was there. Loads of shotgun cartridge cases, as you can see from here. Unfortunately they have shoots on there all through the winter period, so I'm going to be finding loads of these, so expect, you know, 30, 40, 50 maybe on a full day's hunting. But today we just did a little afternoon to skirt round the first field. Actually it's 32 acres, that field, that's huge. Peter came down afterwards, he says no, it's not actually 32 acres, just this bit. There's another 3 parts to the field, the other side of the moated manor house, so it's all one field basically. And I did have a look at the old tide maps and everything, and yeah, you can see the old field boundaries. And so from the finds point of view, lots of ammunition, a couple of bullets, lots of bits of scrap, a couple of capacitors, and a huge great shell case. Peter was saying, I reckon that during the Second World War they had a camp on there for some anti-aircraft guns that were protecting some of the southern approaches, so you never know how many of those. And also there was a bomb found there as well, so he just said be careful if you get any big signals, don't dig them just in case. So that's the one thing I don't do, is dig a huge great signal, big iron signal like that. It's a bit scary, that, of finding a bomb. So anyway, that aside, what was very strange is also, even with all the occupation, there wasn't much background iron contamination. This is what I was listening for, trying to home in that big field, trying to find out where the iron buzz was coming with the Deus, and very little lead as well. So what we are trying to find is the occupation in that field. We know it must be there somewhere, because you can see we've got lots of pottery, Roman pottery mainly, from around the spring line. Now the field was pretty dirty of pottery, but as soon as I got to that spring line, which I showed early on in the video, there was quite a bit of pottery scattered around there. There's some other stuff which I didn't recognise, but I did recognise the Roman greyware, and it's all different pots, clay pipes as well, so looks pretty promising. Finds point of view, not a lot really, but proportion of silver to the finds I was very pleased with. So it looks like we got a jetton to start off with, then we got a couple of buttons, a few bits of bronze, 2 bits of silver. One I think is a love token. I think that could be William III, George II, could be anywhere around there. It looks like a shilling that's been well worn, so I just made it into a love token. And I think it is a groat of Elizabeth. I've not cleaned it up yet, so we'll have a good look at that and get the ID and tidy it up, ready to show you guys when at the finds at the end of the video. So I said there's 400 acres to go at there. The landowner has actually said to me, says there are other parts that I can go on, and just unbelievable the size of that farm. And it's all part of 40 Hyde Royal Manor of King Offa. Now, I've been doing a lot of research on the Holloway farm, and this farm is about a few miles away from it, and it's a continuation up the Hollow Way, which I showed you early on in the video. So things look very promising. So it's your pal Mal signing off now. We'll be back in there most of the winter, having a good hunt round. Things do look promising there. So ta-ta for now, and I'll catch up with you on the next one. Cheers guys.